Greetings! I present the Rekin Systems 3D production module. Trigger VC Studio. Today I'll show you an interface of a trigger function. There are two types of triggers in the application, a simple one that allows full-screen media display and an advanced one. The advanced mode has been prepared to allow you to program in an easy way a list of functions available in the application. So that after pressing a single button, one function was executed after another. This episode will be dedicated to advanced triggers concerning the use of virtual camera shots. I open menu Options and Configuration. A configuration window opens with 10 trigger buttons. Let's choose the first one, F1, and the advanced mode on the right. An empty list appears to which we can add the application's functions one by one. An Add button is located above the list. We choose VC Studio Load. Execution of this function will load a new studio into the program. There is a button with 3 dots on the right. We choose a new file from the disk, Studio Weather for example. We close the window with OK button. We call the trigger by pressing F1 key. In that instant, a new studio is loaded into the program with default camera shots. There are 4 VC buttons on the main mixer. Exactly the same default camera shots have been loaded to each of them. These shots can be changed according to our needs. On the preview mixer we choose VC2. We press Camera Setup button. Below the window we can see the thumbnails of 6 default shots. With the buttons below we can add new shots, clone, delete or rename them. We set the camera's position in the studio using the left mouse button. The mouse scroll zooms the camera. And with a right click we can rotate the camera. We set a new shot in this manner. We click on the next thumbnail and then we create a new view with the mouse. I will proceed in the same way with the third shot. The camera's shots are ready. After closing the camera setup window, the new shots were immediately assigned to the selected VC. Now VC2 holds the modified studio shots, different from VC1. There are 3 methods of carrying out a transition between shots. With a right click of the mouse we make an immediate transition to the shot. A transition initiated with the left mouse button depends on the selected mode. The first mode is a linear camera transition with no physics involved. The second mode is a smooth transition which preserves a moment of camera's acceleration and coming to a standstill. It looks natural, so this mode is set as a default one in the application. We can set the speed of camera's movement for the smooth transition. A value of 1 means slowly. In the VC2 preview I am now carrying out such a transition between 2 shots selected in the window. The maximum speed is 100. Above the control field there are 3 buttons allowing us to set the default speed values. Slow 1, medium 50 and fast 100. All the presented parameters and transitions to the shot can be used to create a trigger. We go to menu Options and Configuration. I select F2 trigger. I choose the advanced mode once again. I will add VC Studio Select Camera function to the empty list. As a parameter we choose a virtual cameraman from among VC1 to VC4, that is the main mixer's button. Then an index, that is a number of the shot in a given VC values from 1 to 15. Make sure to set the number of the shot that actually exists. There are 6 shots in VC2. In the index section of the function parameters window, I will set a shot number 5. It shows a camera view in front of 2 display screens. Below I choose a type of transition, smooth. Finally, in the transition section, I set a speed of camera's movement. The trigger is called by pressing F2 key. In the Transitions Settings section, the parameters have automatically changed. We perform a transition from a currently selected shot to the one set in the Triggers parameter. In this case, from the first shot to the sixth. When it's finished, the shot's thumbnail is marked as active. I will now describe another function whose task is to handle sources in the studio. When composing a studio, talent figures on which we will apply a camera signal or display screens for media are the essential elements. And for that, we use ABCD source mixer, which we can open pressing an icon in the lower left corner. In this studio, a source behind the desk is controlled with Mixer A. For a source on the left, we choose a content to display using Mixer B. As the source is placed on the floor, the designer assigned it a view from the camera. Further still, there is a third talent figure, a content for which is selected with Mixer C. A green field in the preview suggests this is a display screen to which we will assign a video or an image using Mixer D. We can change the state of ABCD mixer with the help of the trigger. I will set one of the shots to demonstrate how the content changes. For example, I will use Mixer D for the display screen on the left. I open menu Options and Configuration. I select F3 button in the configuration window. From the list on the right, I choose the Advanced mode. I choose VC Studio Set Bus D source from the list of functions. In the parameters list, we can select one of the buttons assigned to the input buffers. For the display screen D, I will choose a file from Media to Tray. We call upon the trigger by pressing F3 key. The Mixer D's selected button will change from Camera 1 to Media 2. Now the display screen in the studio shows the same video file as Media 2 input buffer visible in the preview. With a single button, we can change the state of the entire mixer. All we need to do is add subsequent items to the list of functions, for example VC Studio Set Bus A source. For the source A behind the desk, I will choose a view from the first camera. For a figure of talent B, I will choose a view from the second camera. The furthest source on the left side of the studio is talent C, for which I will set a view from the third camera. I have already selected the source for the display screen in the frame, controlled with Mixer D. I close the window and manually set off values to the mixers turned off. The trigger is called by pressing F3 key. For each source, an appropriate view has been set. For the cameras, all that we still need to do is use a chroma key to remove the background color. Thank you.
Wrecking. Keen on record.